Hey everybody, I am with my dear friend Helen Brown in Boston today, and Helen has just one of the coolest businesses that I love to work with. What do you do, Helen?
We work with nonprofit organizations. We help them find funding that helps them achieve their missions.
Right, it's just such a great business, and Helen has a business that absolutely depends on search. And we've been having a very interesting discussion today, and I wanted to share it with the blog community about how search, the implications of personalization on a business like Helen's that depends on search. So it's like narrowing. So tell us a little bit about that, Helen.
Sure. Well, search engines are really trying to help personalize search so that when you're looking for something, you find information that's pertinent to you, which is great if you're looking for a sweater or something like that. It gets to know that you tend to like certain things versus other things. But when you're a professional searcher, like me, you don't want to necessarily have your search results tailored down based on the last thing that you searched on. Also, it means that the things that I search on, and if I'm searching on something and the person sitting at the desk next to me is searching on the exact same thing, we're going to get different results, even though we're searching for the same thing. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking for consistency in reporting or consistency in, answering questions for your clients, you really want to make sure that everybody who's working with you has access to the same answers.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's such a simple but fascinating concept that, you could, to get different results and maybe even more robust research, a diversity of research, you might have to involve different people. And Helen, you were telling me that this personalization is even going down to an individual's phone number with some very interesting results. Tell me about that.
Sure. Well, if you're doing search on your telephone, it's not just getting personalization down to the IP address. You're actually getting personalization down to your phone. So the search engines now know your phone number, and they know exactly what you're looking for when you're searching. Let's say you're searching on a Mexican restaurant. Let's say you go into two different cities and you're searching for a restaurant. They might start feeding you Mexican restaurants because that's what they know that you're interested in. It's
so interesting because it's no longer a anonymous IP address that they're connecting to a search to an individual phone number, and they will actually know you. And I just saw a statistic that 28% of Americans now use their smartphone as their first screen for internet access. So using your smartphone, actually, there's some privacy issues there.
Yeah, there absolutely are.
Yeah.
One of the things that you can do on your computer is to sort of cut through what are called filter bubbles. There's a guy named Eli Pariser who's done a fantastic TED Talk on filter bubbles, and he's actually written a book on it too. But one of the things that you can do to make sure that you don't get stuck in these filter bubbles where the information's getting filtered to you is make sure that you clean out your cache. Make sure that you clean out the cookies. I mean, I know that it's kind of just good data hygiene anyway. It's good computer hygiene because you don't need extra junk in your computer anyway. But in order to just make sure that you're not having as many things track you as possible, or that you're not having the information filtered out to you, making sure that you clear out at least once a week, but if you can every single day, makes a lot of good sense.
That's interesting, especially for a business that depends on search. Now, you also mentioned that just this week, Google has introduced a new product called Verbatim. Tell what and how is this going to address this issue?
Well, it's something that's brand new. As far as I know, they've just announced it this week. And Verbatim is supposed to really help people like me, professional searchers, because it actually allows you to search not based on, and receive results not based on what you've searched on before, but it's kind of a clean slate, a clean start. So it might actually be interesting to try to do a search using their verbatim search and a search using just regular old, your regular old Google search, and see what your results look like side by side.
Really, it'd be eye-opening, I think.
Yeah.
It'd be eye-opening. Well, you've just really taught me something today, and I appreciate you sharing it with our community. And Helen, how can people find you on the web and on Twitter?
Oh, sure. You can look me up on the web at www.helenbrown.group.com or follow me on Twitter at AskHelenBrown.
Awesome. Thanks, Helen.
You're welcome.